Good morning, YouTube. This is Chris again with Bakersfield Paranormal Services. This video is going to be on EMF and the effects on the human body. And what I'm going to be using today is the K2 meter. Now, the effects on the human body. If you are around EMF all the time, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a minute, it can cause a numerous of effects. I googled it the other day, and it's not a high amount on the human body. And what it does is it's called a fear cage. And if you're around a high amount of EMF or a lot of stuff that produces EMF, even a low amount in one area, can cause yourself a numerous different things on your body, such as skin irritation, nausea, sleep deprivation, blurry vision, skin rashes. There's a host of different things that it can do. It can even cause cancer. And we're around this stuff all the time. Even when we go to bed, we're around it. We can't get away from it. Our alarm clocks, our cell phones. Like me, I'm a plumber. I've got my cell phone on me all the time. Even at night when I'm sleeping, it's a couple of feet from my head. A couple of inches. So we're always around it. So this right here, even if you're not a paranormal investigator, can be your good friend. Reason is you take this, you turn it on, do a sweep, and you can determine what puts off a high amount of EMF, if it puts out EMF at all. Make some adjustments, moving things to different rooms to lessen the EMF in that room. Like in my house, particularly in my living room, I've got a high amount of EMF. My laptop's always going, my TV's always on, my PS3's on, fans, stereo, all that in one room. It's a lot of EMF, and also exposed wires. If you happen to have any exposed wires in your wall, not only is it an EMF hazard, but it is also it's not safe to have an exposed electrical wire in your house. And this right here will read it. You can scan over your walls and see if you have any exposed wires. I'm not saying you can't use this to hunt the paranormal, because I've gotten some pretty good responses, direct responses to not just to the lights lighting up, but the amount of lights lighting up, and also the amount of lights lighting up and staying lit for as long as they could do it, as they could hold it there. If you watch my paranormal hunting gear, the first one that I put up, not the continued, I kind of go a little bit more into detail about how to use this properly when hunting the paranormal, so you don't get fake responses. But it's also EMF is also in our vehicles. The other day I had this out, and I turned it on, and I turned my van on, my work truck, and I started scanning over the inside of the vehicle. And right in front of where I sit, in front of the driver's side on the dashboard, where all the electrical instruments are, was making even my stereo was making my K2 meter go crazy, because it produces EMF. There's no way of, sorry about that, there's no way of getting away from EMF. It's just all around us. The only way to get away from EMF is if you moved in the woods somewhere and didn't have anything around you. No cell phones, any electronics or anything else like that. But anyway, I'm going to do a quick sweep. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about, how things, electrical equipment that you have in your home, everyday home, is going to produce EMF. And again, sorry about my dogs being retarded, barking at nothing. So anyway, and yeah, I know, I'm bald. You're probably wondering where my hair went. I shave it once or twice a year. I think it looks cooler, or it feels cooler, I like the way it looks. My wife hates it. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you think that I should grow my hair out or if I should keep it shaved. I mean, all in all, really, it's my choice. But I just kind of want to know your opinion. Anyway, so here's me doing a sweep of some of the equipment or my everyday stuff in my house using the K2 meter. So here's an everyday laptop that we all use every single day. Home computers, laptops, it doesn't matter. Look at that. That's a pretty high amount. Look at that. And if you want, like I said, Google EMF in the human body, and you can find diagrams that give you the amount that is harmless and the amount that is dangerous to your body. It, like I said, fans even produce EMF. Look at that. Look at that. Then your home stereo, of course. I mean, everybody likes music and radio, so it puts off EMF. Then your TV, which you're always in front of, some kind of TV, even if it's at customers' houses or in your own home or in a doctor's office or whatever. And look at that. I didn't even get really close to it yet, and it started going off. That's my PS3. So I mean, hold on. Let me see if I can find. That spot on the wall that I was talking about. Move, Fox. Yeah, there it is. There it is. See what I mean? And then you move over here, and it's gone. But I come back over here, and this is my wall. This leads into my kitchen. It's got an exposed wire. See what I mean? And also microwaves and stuff of that nature will put off high EMFs. So just like I said, even if you don't hunt the paranormal, this is a good tool to have. You can do so much with it. You can't put a price on your life or your health. This particular one here I bought at the sci-fi store. I paid like $80 for it plus shipping and stuff. But I found out later you can get them like on eBay and stuff like that for like, well, that BNS guy on eBay that I bought my ghost box from said he could, I think he said like $50 or something like that is what you can buy these for. If you don't want this one, you can spend a little bit more money. This one's a one axle. From what I understand, you get the tri-fill. Obviously, is a triple axle. It's got more of a range and different EMFs that it picks up. But if you want just something basic, whether it be for paranormal investigating or for in your house use, like I just showed you, all the stuff that produces EMF. Also, that's why you do your sweeps. If you're a paranormal investigator, that's why you do your sweeps. Not just to make sure that it's not going to affect your equipment, it's not going to give you false readings, but also to make sure that you're safe as the investigator, and that your client may be susceptible to high EMF, and he or she may be hypersensitive to it, and so they may be seeing things and hearing things or getting wounds on them that they are saying it's paranormal, but it may not be. It may just be a simple case of mistaken identity, due to or dangerous high levels of EMF. So, I mean, whether you're a paranormal investigator or you're not, this is a good tool to have, and it keeps you safe. And I'm not saying you can't hunt the paranormal with this, because like I said, I've gotten really good readings on this where direct responses to the lights. I'll ask move 2 lights up, and it'll move 2 lights up right after I say it. I've even had it where I've said move 2 lights up and hold it as long as you can, and 2 lights will light up, and hold it, for a certain amount of time, or a time limit that I say, like I've said, 10 seconds, and that red light or that light will stay up for 10 seconds. So from my experience, you can use this as a tool to hunt the paranormal. But the original use for this, excuse me, was for just what I was showing you, to make sure there's not dangerous amount of EMFs in your home. And yes, I have told my landlord about that exposed wire, and it should be getting fixed here pretty soon. But go on to eBay if you're interested in getting one of these. Look up the seller BNS, all lowercase, and tell him Chris Hart from Bakersfield Paranormal Services sent you, and he might give you a deal. I don't know, but I've been talking to him. He's a real cool guy and everything, and he might give you a deal. I got to talk to him about that and see if he wants to work something else like that. If I give him, thumbs up in my videos and stuff, if he'll give my customers or my clients or my followers and subscribers, whatever, a deal on his equipment. Don't quote me on that. I don't know if he will or not. It's something that I'll talk to him about. But anyway, that's my video on EMF. It's not everything by all means on the EMF. There's a lot to do with EMF, electromagnetic fields. But that's a gist of it, and I hope it helps. While we're on paranormal and stuff, and EMFs and everything else like that, people keep asking me, what, I live on a house that's built on limestone, and is that going to conduct the paranormal? Well, there's certain materials that will conduct the paranormal more than others. Huge bodies of water. Limestone was another one. Nickel? I've heard. There's different types of material that conduct energy to where spirits can use it, like they can use our. It's been theory that they can use our energy from ourselves to manifest or to speak, or from our equipment. So I mean that goes back to this too. People, you can't use that to communicate with the spirits. Well, if they can manipulate the equipment as a laptop or a cell phone or a camcorder or a camera or whatever, if they can manipulate that and draw energy off of that, if that's accepted as being able to do that, from a ghost can do that, then why can't they manipulate this, which reads EMF? If they can manipulate the EMF to use it as energy, as power, to communicate with us and to show themselves, then why can't we believe and accept that they can manipulate this that reads the EMF that they're drawing off of to communicate? I've seen so many videos trying to debunk this, and this isn't a science. I mean, what is? But I mean, it's not cut and dry. I mean, it's the paranormal we're talking about. I mean, we know what seems to work, and we've gotten communications with those equipment and people, but and surroundings and everything, but we don't 100% know. That's the thing. Everything right now, and it has been for many, many years, is trial and error. What works, what don't. If this don't give me no results, then I'll quit using it for now and use something else. But people want to accept that the spirits can draw off the EMF, such as in devices, to excuse me, communicate with us, but they can't manipulate devices that read the EMF. So if you fall into the category you believe they can manipulate the EMF, the power out of the devices to speak to us, then you should believe that they can manipulate such equipment to be able to communicate with us. That's just a little side note I wanted to throw in there, because I've been getting a lot of questions on that, and people talking to me about it and asking me, and I figured I'd throw it in this video, being we were talking about EMF. But there's my video for today, YouTube, and I hope this helps. And if you If you like it, rate, comment, subscribe, and get this video out to everybody you can, and my channel to everybody you can. Alright? Thanks, YouTube. Truth's out there. I will find it, and I will get it to you.